should you summon for Yellow Gojo? Now, you know and I know that we collectively love these videos. So, the big question is going to be, should you summon for this man, Yellow Gojo? 1.5 anniversary for Global. He's finally dropping. He was supposed to drop this Monday, but as Global likes to do, they gave us a random event instead and decided to hold the character off until now. So I'm going to be covering this guy. I'm going to give you the kit. I'm going to give you what I think about him. I'm going to give you all the scenarios in which you should or should not summon on him. And the results might be shocking for you guys. All right. So please hit that sub button if you enjoy my content. Please like up the video, join the Discord, all that stuff, bro. Road to 1K now. I mean, we've hit 550. Thank you guys so much for 550, by the way. We got there really quickly, but going for 1K, let's get to it. All right, so this Yellow Gojo is going to be dropping on the 31st, I believe, the Friday. So he's not going to be dropping on Thursday like Blue UG. I will be streaming at 8 CST. So I don't know what that is Eastern time, but 8 Central Standard Time. So like around there, I should be streaming, and I'm going to be summoning on him. Well, I'm not going to be summoning. I'm just going to be using tickets, and I'll get to why. So this character, I do want to get some stuff out of the way. If this is your favorite character, if this Gojo is somehow, some way your favorite character, I don't understand how, but if he is, then go ahead and summon on him. If you do not have a yellow Shoko, go ahead and pull out your pockets for him, bruh. Go ahead and just drop all your cubes. If you, I think that's it, honestly. If those two situations are fulfilled, no Shoko or favorite character, this is a must summon. But if you have yellow Shoko, or you have full faith that you're going to pull a yellow Shoko in the next couple of weeks because of standard banner, because she is on standard banner, then this is probably not the unit for you, and we'll get to why. So let's cover his kit first, as I always like to do. His skill 1 is melee damage 300%. It's not that bad. I mean, it does increase his own critical hit rate. So if you're trying to hit crits with him for whatever reason, and if you're trying to do damage with him for whatever reason, I don't know. Oh wait, that increases the critical hit rate and the damage dealt to his allies. So that is actually a really niche ability, you know? If you have a character on your team like Yellow Yuta, then you can possibly use this skill 1 in the beginning of the fight to get him to have that extra crit rate, and then just spam out for the rest of the fight. So you can do that. I'm not saying you should, but you can. Now, his skill 2. This is what Summer's all about. It fills his own ult gauge by 220. It gives own ult charge by 30%. He grants to his allies CE. Insane ability. There is a 6-turn cooldown. So what I'm assuming you're going to be doing is using this skill 2 and then spamming out with skill 3 for the rest of the battle. But yeah, CE recovery by 10. Absolutely huge. Because, you know, most characters nowadays don't have this. And if you're using Tower and you can't risk using Yuki, then this is a good character for you. But most people can use Yuki, so it's not really the greatest. But hey, CE by 10 and him getting his own charge gauge is really good. Now, moving on to the meat of his abilities. So his skill 3 is the stat buff. He does increase his own HP by 5. I'm not necessarily too sure why, because this is a Gojo, so he's not going to be dying anytime soon. So he does get 50% stats for 4 turns, not 3. The reason why 4 turns is important: 1, it is going to be a slower build-up time than Shoko, but you can spam this out more because it only costs 1 CE, so you're never going to run out of CE. And number 2, it gives more stat buffs than Shoko. Shoko's stat buffs at max is 195%, and this one's 200%. I know, big jump, but yeah, it's only a 5% jump. It's not that really, though. It's not the hugest jump, but we'll get to why people might take him over Shoko in a second. So now his ult also gives that the same stat buffs. It increases damage dealt by 30%. This is to allies, by the way, and he extends his own urgent business turns by 3. So I guess I have to skip over to urgent business just to explain why that's such a big deal. So at the start of the turn, he grants himself urgent business for 8 turns and grants himself a taunt notification. I actually don't know what that is, but we'll see. But anyway, after 8 turns, this Gojo is going to leave the battlefield, which is something that basically all the Gojos except for the one and only, the OG Yellow Gojo has to deal with. I think Honored One Gojo doesn't have to deal with this either, but I don't know. But yeah, he has to leave after 8 turns. But because of his ult, you can extend that to 11 turns. So if you are somehow able to get 2 ults off, then you're able to extend the total amount of time Gojo can stay on the battlefield to 14 turns, which is not bad, you know what I'm saying? It's not like insane, but for a Gojo, that is pretty good value, especially since you're not using any CE, and he is giving the team damage buffs on top of his ults. Because if you notice with Shoko, I'm pretty sure she only gives damage buffs and ult gauge, but he is giving both damage buffs and stat buffs. So there is that. Now, he does have attack nullification as his first auto skill. Of course, every Gojo has that. And now I can go deeper into his urgent business. When he does leave, he increases the stats by 50% and the damage increase by 30%. And this is because, you know, of course, why else would go what dang, I'm not speaking right. But this is a permanent buff, I'm pretty sure. Each effect increases based on the number of turns elapsed. So I don't know exactly how this is gonna work. I'm pretty sure this is just like when he leaves, the entire team gets these buffs and it doesn't go away. So what you can do is bring Shoko in and have her stack up on top of these buffs so that your team will do even more damage, which is an insane possibility. But that's basically it for A0 Gojo. He's literally just Shoko, except he leaves, but he doesn't take CE. You know, that's literally what he is. So not that flashy for an anniversary unit, I'm not gonna lie. That's why some people don't have him that high on the what do you call it, the priority list. Because if you really think about it, Yellow Shoko is all you need, and you don't need this character if you have her. I mean, they'd be good together, but that's what a pay-to-win thinks. You know what I'm saying? So now we can go to his SP. Now at A1, this is very huge for him. At A1, he does give CE by 5 per turn for the entire team. So 20 CE in total. And he also gives himself ultimate gauge. The reason why that's so big is because he's going to be able to get 2 ults out instead of like 1 in the 8 turn time. So that should be good for you. You do want to keep an eye on that. I believe A1 is probably the sweet spot for him. And then now, where is it? His SP buff for A3 is that at the start of the turn, he gives permanent 30% stats and 30% damage to the entire team. This is basically the entire time he's on the field. So this makes it so that he's giving 35% extra stat buffs and damage in more than Shoko. So I guess this is what makes him super broken in terms of A3. Now, my personal opinion is don't summon on him if you have Shoko, but if you don't have Shoko, but if you do not have Shoko, then go ahead. I don't even know if I did that sentence right, but if you do not have Shoko, then go ahead and summon on this guy because he's definitely a little bit of an upgrade from her. Shoko might be better in like the smaller, like on more niche things. Like, you know, like she can heal the team while he's giving CE. She can heal the team, so that is a trade-off. So should you summon on this character? No. Again, it depends on if you have Shoko or not. If you don't have Shoko, go for him. If you do have Shoko, don't go for him. I have Shoko, so I can't go for him. So that's very simple. All this video just to say that. I know. But yeah, that's what I've got to say. Yellow Gojo, very hype unit. He's probably the most hype out of all the characters. Honestly, unless Blue Nobara, she might be more hype than him. But he feels kind of basic. I feel like they could have done a little more with him. He's a support at the end of the day that's similar to Shoko, so of course he's gonna seem a little basic. But that's just my honest opinion. Yeah. It'll be fun to see what you guys think about him. Please, again, hit that sub button, hit that like button, and tune in for the stream to see if I can pull another limited offer tickets. I'm not too sure about that, but if I did pull him, I honestly probably would get mad because I do need other limiteds. But yeah, that'll be it. See you on the next one. Peace out.